Hello, welcome to this video where I'll be talking briefly about the company's vision. So before we get to the vision, reflecting back to the chapter, a strategic plan should begin with a statement that describes the scope of the business in terms of its product line and market served. This is called a mission statement. And this section of the plan puts a boundary on the types of investments that are consistent with the identity of the business. The mission statement should generally or typically be no longer than several sentences. Longer statements tend to lose their impact, when communicated within an organization or to customers, suppliers, and investors. Now, the plan sometimes contains a separate section on the general goals of the firm. This vision statement, is usually quite short, and it captures the firm's aspirations and strategic direction. Now, for example, the business may target market dominance through a combination of service, quality, and awareness. Or the vision might focus on achieving the lowest costs in the industry. Now, note the distinction between mission and vision is not fixed in practice. Some firms might have only a mission statement combining the scope and intent of the message, Others have yet an additional set of core values that communicate expectations about employee behavior and signal the style in which the organization will conduct business. Sometimes the firms include values within the mission statement itself as well. Now, the success of the mission and vision statements depend less on how they're structured, whereas more so it's more about what they communicate and how well they communicate the firm's objectives and key resources and capabilities. Now, many firms use the mission and vision statements as preambles or framing devices for strategic plans as a whole. Now, when we reference back to this, another Harvard Business Review article called Building Your Company's Vision by James C. Collins and Jerry L. Porras. And it contains two parts in which it looks at vision, saying vision contains two distinct parts to it. One is core ideology, and the other one is an envisioned future. Now, articulating vision here, it's the core ideology, which contains the core values and the core purpose, and the envisioned future, in which they have a 10 to 30 year BHAG, or a big, hairy, audacious goal, and a vivid description. Now, saying the core values are a company's essential tenets. And from there, you get the core purpose, The core purpose is the reason for being. Those two things combined are the core ideology of the organization. And then you have the big, hairy, audacious goals, The long-term goals. They can be quantitative or qualitative, Walmart could become a $125 billion company by the year 2000. This was back in 1990. And then from there, they have a vivid description of what they are, You must translate the vision from words to pictures with a vivid description of what it will be like to achieve your goal. And then one of the things which they say then is putting it all together, And they come up with this idea of the 5 whys, So it's asking yourself, why do you do something? Why does your company do something? And then asking again, but why? And then again, but why? And they call this the 5 whys, And this article gives an example of a concrete firm, in which the concrete firm trying to figure out why they're in the industry. And it's saying, well, it's to provide better asphalt for runways, or to build better buildings. And delving down to this, it was simply, they found a reason for being to make people's lives better by improving the quality of man-made structures. In this example here, it was Granite Rock Company of Watsonville, California, and they actually won a huge contract, beating out several competitors because they were able to articulate their why that much better. So as you start looking at mission and vision statements, and you'll be creating mission and vision statements and strategic statements for your companies coming up here in the next few weeks, keep this in mind.